Hello and welcome to the Illuminating Crossroads community. My name's Lisette, and today we're going to be doing a reading for Pisces risings for this upcoming full moon in Pisces. Although I will say it is actually happening today, the day that I am recording, on September 17th, but depending on your time zone, it could be taking place on September 18th. So you can watch this reading even if you are not a Pisces rising, which I kind of recommend, as this is kind of collective energy that is really speaking to all of us at a deeper level. So feel free to grab some tea or water if you want to grab a notebook or a journal to take any notes for anything that might arise as you attune to this reading, and we'll go ahead and just hop right in. So we're going to start off with what is being illuminated during this full moon. So we have a card that came out right off the bat. So we have 18, the moon. So it says imagination and perception. So I will say this is automatically taking me to the fact of how the moon is sandwiched in between both Saturn and Neptune at the time of this full moon. So during this full moon, it might actually be really supportive to really make sure that you're tuning in to like you as an essence, you and your energy, especially since this is reversed. Because that is the gift of this full moon for you. It's the gift of, your ability to be empathetic, to be aware, to feel all the subtle essences from these other realms, and to have discernment, to have clarity, to have trust within your intuition. And then here, the two cards that we have the World, fulfillment and celebration, and then here we have King of Feathers, logic and justice. So this is bringing up the fact of really truly celebrating who you are, especially because this full moon is taking place in your first house if you are a Pisces rising, of course, and it's about like how far you've come, and not even just thinking of this individual incarnation, but like all of these lives that you've had, and all of this ancient wisdom, this knowledge, and just this deep sense of like being grateful to just to be, and to really invite spaciousness to let yourself be celebrated at the time of this full moon, to celebrate with others, to enjoy your community, the connections that you have, the places of where you've allowed yourself to be who you are, to be within softness, within trust, within compassion, and how that has rewarded you or allowed you to feel fulfilled. And then we have the King of Feathers, so logic and justice in reverse. So I will say at the time of this full moon, there is potentially this invitation, if you will, to yes, honor this more receptive essence, to celebrate, but to also like not just celebrate this I want to say like this spiritual aspect of life, but to find gratitude within this more logical how do I want to say, like left brain pathway of experience. So of what it means to honor the gift of like what logic holds, of what using the mind holds, and honoring what it means to have balance between this like logical, more structured experience of life and then this more subtle, more perceptive, and even receptive space of life. So to allow this harmonizing of the two things. So almost thinking of like this awareness of the microcosm and the macrocosm of all of these different like opposing forces in life, of like the sun and the moon, of like hot and cold, and you can continue that in your own like dialogue. But yes. All right, so we're gonna use some other tarot cards as well to just see what else is being illuminated during this full moon, and how can you work with these energies to support your growth. All right, so here we have okay, so we have the Eight of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Two of Wands. So the Eight of Wands in reverse is specifically to me pointing out it's important to at this time to not just charge forward, and to actually like allow yourself to fully celebrate where you're at. So before moving forward in any kind of way, to fully bask in the awareness and the joy of where you are and all that you have right now. So then as you do move forward, there's this almost like this strong foundation of like of deep gratitude, of deep love, and of honoring, so that you can look forward and see and be aware of all the possibilities, but to also tap into this King of Feathers. So King of Feathers is essentially the King of Swords. So having this discernment, this knowingness of like what is the best pathway for you, and what would be the most fulfilling for you, so that you can really just allow anything that might be within fear, or even in this like space of just like living in an illusion or stories that aren't actually like real anymore, or maybe they've never been real, and just allowing yourself to hold space that's compassionate towards yourself, but to know that like that is not what it is, what it was, or what it has to be. And of course just figuring out which lens pertains to you and where you're presently at. Okay, so next we're gonna pull some cards from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. So we'll just see any additional advice and guidance. Yeah. And also I do want to say, if this space of actually allowing yourself to fully celebrate, to take a pause briefly, there will be more ease within clarity and knowingness. So there'll just be this you know what's next, you know what you have to do. Like it'll just come with so much ease and flow, and then these wands will just be like, all right, let's go, and it'll just kind of take off in whatever area this kind of is speaking to towards you. All right, so we have Druid, hold the space. And then we have, oh, beautiful, we have Sun, enjoy success and happiness. And then we have Dream and journey. So at this time of the full moon, really be sure to take note of your dreams. And also, if you already do dream work, this might be really nice to initiate doing that more so intentionally, so that you can have awareness of where you're going moving forward and what you want to be devoted to. And hold this space is this really this wise essence of you, of self, of honoring the connectedness that you do have to the divine, to your ancestors, to nature, and allowing yourself to share you, like all of you, all the spots of you that you might think are a bit more soft, or maybe you're just afraid to let those parts be seen, to know that the life that you have been cultivating for yourself, that you are cultivating for yourself, you are creating safe spaces where you can hold this space for yourself to be who you are, where you can invite others to be who they are as well. So maybe if there are gifts that you'd like to share, that you've been wanting to share even more, this is letting you know, like, hold the space for that, give that love, nurture it, cultivate it, and enjoy the success, the happiness, enjoy the process, and really emphasizing, be sure as you continue to move forward to celebrate all parts of it, all the little things, all the big things. All right, so we're just gonna see if there's any messages from the Starseed Oracle deck. So asking for any additional supportive messages or guidance at this time for the Pisces full moon. All right, so we have here, jump in, Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. Love that. And then I almost feel like this should be here because this is water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. And then this is the jump in one. Okay, and I'll actually put these on the side so you can kind of see a little bit more, or maybe not. Look at me being indecisive. I love it. Okay, so this kind of just speaks back to that, like, Eight of Wands in reverse. So just being sure to nourish yourself, do some self-care, do everything that makes you feel like your cup is being filled up. And then this jump in card, the Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. That's the, like, tending to this at the time of the full moon gives you the window to this, because it gives you awareness of, like, or just openness to be able to allow yourself to receive and to be able to say yes to whatever it may be, and to enjoy the adventure. And for whatever reason, this is really looking like an eye to me. So this takes me back to the, like, dream and journey. So doing journey work, if that's something that you're already in tune with, might be supportive, or maybe you can dive into it if it's something that seems resonant with you at the time of this full moon. All right, so last we're just gonna get some crystal oracle cards to see if there are any crystals that you could work with that would be supportive at this time. And then I did see 1414, so that might be a supportive angel number for you at this time. Let's see what this is. So we have, oh, beautiful. I never know if I'm saying this crystal right, but I say Shutakite. I don't know. Okay, anyways, hopefully you can read it and you'll know. So we have teacher here. So this kind of takes me back to, like, holding the space for others and yourself. And it's almost like really trusting your internal teacher, your internal guide, your internal compass. And do know, like with these crystals, you can call on the crystal's energy and essence if you don't have it. So don't feel like you have to go get it to work with these energies. All right. And then I do feel called to say, so like speaking or like sharing. So maybe actually holding spaces where you're teaching others. Maybe you're seeing like what you would like to teach others and share with others. All right, and then we have fluorite, so which has learning, which is great. So maybe you dive into more of like learning about yourself, or just learning about things that you're passionate about that really speak to you at a deeper level. And then here we have awakening crystal, so emotional healing, which it's smoky quartz as the crystal. So this is really in allowing yourself to celebrate, to enjoy how far you've come. There is this level of emotional healing that takes place, because some of these emotions that are sometimes denser for us, they're staying and they're lingering because there's nothing to move it, right? Because there's almost this, as if we've like missed out, or we're like grieving something that we never got to have or to experience. And if there is any of that during this time, then this is why the key of celebration is important, because there's this acknowledgement of what you actually do have, what you have had, and these points that have been fulfilling, and finding this fulfillment in each moment, which allows for emotional flow of honoring, yes, everything that arises. Maybe you do still feel fear, or maybe you're feeling so loved, or whatever the emotion may be, but you're allowing for spaciousness, for it to be, for it to flow, to honor it, to celebrate all parts of who you are in this experience and all that you are experiencing via your emotions, your thoughts, and physically. So just creating that spaciousness to let yourself be nourished, to be in tenderness, to be in rest if there's some denser things coming up emotionally. So then you can invite yourself to jump. All right, so sorry about that. I hit the camera, but I do feel like hopefully that all flowed, that made sense to you. So we're going to go ahead and close out this reading with divine love, light, and wisdom. We are complete. If you'd like to join the Illuminating Crossroads community, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. You can give this video a thumbs up if it resonated with you. And if you want to leave a comment or share anything down below, I would love to read it. And I am hoping that you have fruitful illuminations during this time, and that you have so much fun celebrating yourself, your community, the life that you've cultivated. And I look forward until our paths happen to cross again, sending you much love and many blessings. Take care. Bye.